seriously.
Welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, what's up?
Derek, we are in Hamburg, and we are in one of our favorite spots where things always get juicy. So we'll start with introductions, and we'll go from there. So how are you? What's going on?
I'm well. My name's Heather Williams, and I'm the VP of Operations for Hamburg Hospitality Group, which is Juicy Burger Bar and Carte Blanche. We're currently at Juicy Burger at 1 Buffalo Street in Hamburg.
What made you
go.
get started in this business?
I just kind of fell into it. I was a server at Buffalo Street Grill, which is what was in the location of Carte Blanche. And then I kind of just was inherited by several owners. And I've been in the company for 14 years, which is, I guess, kind of weird. But I've kind of just worked my way up to the top. So
Good for you.
yeah, thanks.
That's awesome.
What was that conversation like? Where they're just like, "Hey, so let's sit down real quick," and you're like, "What's going on? Is everything okay? Am I okay?" And they're like, "We're gonna promote you like 9 times."
Yeah, it was a slow go. It was definitely a slow go. But I was a server, and really how I was hired is kind of interesting. I had moved from Boston, Mass, and I would walk by. I lived right down the street from Buffalo Street Grill, and I would walk by constantly because my husband was working a lot, and I would go to Tuesday morning and shop a lot and spend all of our money because we were young, no kids. And the cook came out. I guess he must have saw me walk by several times, and he came out and he said, he asked me whether or not I wanted a job. And that's how I was hired. I said, okay. And he said, when can you start? And I said, whatever. And he said, can you start tonight? And that's basically how I started.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So, how did you get to Buffalo?
My husband got transferred back. I couldn't even tell you what year because all of the years. But I don't want to age myself. But yeah, he got transferred, and he has family. His dad grew up in Boston, and his grandmother lived out there. So we stayed with her for about 4 weeks until we found a place. And I recall looking around, and we lived in Boston, in Brookline, which is right outside. And I was adamant about living in the city. And when we moved up here, Buffalo wasn't what it is today.
Right.
Sure.
But we visited the city, and we wanted to check things out, and it wasn't at all the place that we thought it would be at the time. Mm-hmm. So we walked through Hamburg on Burger Fest.
Oh, there you go.
As cheesy as it sounds, I was we walked right down Maple, which is still my favorite street in the whole village of Hamburg. I do not live on it, unfortunately. But we walked down Maple, and I was like, this is where we're going to live. So we found an apartment right on East Union, and that's how I kind of fell into this business, I guess.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Does this area of Hamburg mirror anything in Boston?
Honestly, this area, it took me a while to come around, because at first when we moved here, it was a little off-putting. People are so kind in this area, and there were times when it was really, I couldn't understand where people were coming at, because in cities you just kind of build this wall of
mm-hmm.
what do they want from you? They must want something from you if they're being this kind. But then I realized that it was really the people. They're really, really nice, and it's catchy, and so no, not really. I mean, this is kind of like a nook I honestly cannot explain what this place is like. It's really odd, but
cool
really
to
great
hear.
at the same time.
No, that's cool to hear.
And for those that don't know, we're literally at the traffic circle in the village of Hamburg, which is the heart of the entire village. So to have a spot not only in the village but at the circle is insane, because you're getting all the traffic from Eden, you're getting all the traffic from Orchard Park, and people can park in a massive parking lot across the street
Yep.
and then walk anywhere. And
Yeah.
it's now littered with small businesses, which is fantastic.
It is fantastic. I mean, because this is not what the village was even when I moved here.
Not at all.
The circles weren't even here.
Right.
So yeah, I love taking pictures from our patio of burgers or whatever, with the traffic circle in the back, and that's our backdrop for a lot of Instagram photos.
So you guys have a second floor.
We do. We don't seat it. That's where our offices and storage is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Patio with
but they're
the outside right there, that patio.
the patio.
Ah, I thought it was like a balcony patio.
No, maybe one day.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
seriously.
grow. So,
You never
making
know.
moves right here.
Yeah, you never know. We do have access.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So for you guys, obviously, you have a full bar.
We do.
You have tables inside, outside. But what is your namesake? Like, what makes you guys juicy?
Well, I would say our burgers and our staff.
Let's
Great
talk about
answer.
it.
Great answer.
Yeah, I mean, our burgers are really amazing. They're juicy, but we also have chicken sandwiches and salads and everything like that. But our staff is, from my point of view, are amazing.
Coming from Massachusetts.
Coming from Massachusetts, I have been able to surround myself with the most amazing group of people, and they all become my friends. Like I can get teary-eyed about them. They're just pretty amazing. I've watched them grow up, and they stayed in my life even after they've left here, and it's been like just a blessing and a gift.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you said that the company that owns both of these.
Yes.
They started with the restaurant down the street.
Yes.
And then they came to this spot. Like, how was that
So it's-
expansion?
So the company bought Buffalo Street Grill, and then they bought a small restaurant. Actually, Juicy wasn't originally here. It was in a very small location in the atrium of Stop Square.
Oh, okay.
I think we had 32 seats, and a bar that sat 5. And then, but it wasn't Juicy. It was called Bistro in the Square, and that lasted about 9 months. And then they partnered with a chef who's since left, who was amazing, who had great ideas, and he then made Buffalo Street Grill carte blanche, and he made Bistro in the Square Juicy.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so that's basically how we formed this. And then back 4 years ago, this was a gym where people worked out. And I guess food took over the gym.
It always does.
It always
does.
So yeah, so we had the opportunity to move into a larger space with a patio and maybe some possibilities for upstairs dining one day. So they made the decision to move over here.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that at all.
No.
So with the burgers, is it they're super thick?
So they're
beef
8-ounce patties.
8-ounce patties.
Yeah, so I'm always amazed because we do offer doubles, triples, and the biggest burger we've ever had somebody is 5. And when I called my boss and I was like, "There's this man that's eating 5 patties," and he's like, "I'm buying him his burger if he finishes it," and we did. He did. He finished it and the fries. It was amazing. But yeah, there are 8-ounce patties. There's I'm sorry, I'm just flip this over.
What in the world?
Yeah,
5.
it's 3 pounds.
We were just talking about food challenges on the way over here.
Oh yeah.
And like how that came to be that there are these food challenges that if you just eat as much as you possibly can, you can get your meal paid for.
Yeah.
So is that a thing that you offer, or was that just a one-off?
No, it was just a one-off. Like nobody's really offered to eat 5 patties.
I know, seriously.
And I've never really wanted to watch it. So, I mean, I've seen the, what is it, Man versus Food?
Yeah.
So we've watched that, but I've never really wanted to, see it. But yeah, and he comes in here from time to time still, and he doesn't go that way. I think he's since had a child and has probably had a...
He's like, I'll take one bag this time.
Probably had a heart
Be
attack.
responsible.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have 14 or 15 burgers.
Okay.
They range from just a regular cheeseburger to a burger that's topped with poutine, or the Hogzilla is probably one of the fan favorites, and that's topped with a really, really thick onion ring, barbecue sauce, and bacon.
This is the Hogzilla?
The
Is that
Hogzilla,
okay?
yeah.
All the fixings.
All the fixings. So
The
yeah.
best fixings.
Yeah.
So what else do you offer outside of burgers?
We have chicken sandwiches. I would say that our Dirty Birdie is literally the best chicken sandwich I've ever had. I may be biased, but I've heard from other people that it is the best. It's kind of like a hamburger meets Chick-fil-A, but it's a chicken breast that's deep fried and then topped with mayonnaise, our house pickles, and romaine. And it's really good.
Better to support this than Chick-fil-A.
That's
so
true.
Keep it small business.
Yeah, keep
right?
it small business, please.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's just hilarious that this literally overtook a gym.
yeah. Well,
I find that fascinating.
Yeah.
I find it to be okay.
It's like the most Hamburg thing in the world.
It is the most
Yeah,
thing in the world.
not even close.
Buffalo, yeah.
So, like, what was that transition process to convert a gym to a restaurant?
I have pictures. It was a lot. Obviously, there weren't any beer lines or anything like that. So underneath us right now is a bunch of cement that was dug up, and they had to make trenches. And I've never seen this before because Buffalo Street Grill was, before Carte Blanche was Carte Blanche, it was Buffalo Street Grill. So all that stuff was basically there, where it was not. Nothing was here. I mean, the bathroom was where Mr. Potato had to sitting, with a shower. Like,
Yeah.
it was pretty wild. Upstairs there were exercise rooms where now buns are kept. So no one's working on those buns anymore,
Yeah.
but we're storing them.
Nice. That was a good one.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, it was quite the process. I mean, we've also added things even going forward. We added more booths because we figured out chairs weren't where it's at, and we've added different sorts of alcohols and different types of drinks. Like we do boozy milkshakes now because who doesn't drink a milkshake with a burger?
Absolutely.
And who doesn't want a little booze in it? We do hot, boozy hot chocolates during this time. We just started those a couple weeks ago, and they're just really taking off. So, yeah, I mean, we just kind of go with the times, if you will.
Did you always offer beer and liquor?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the start.
Even from when we were in the little guy, it's always been beer and liquor,
Okay.
wine. The wine's just here for me, truthfully.
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I've
absolutely.
gotten some of the girls into the wine, but yeah, it's definitely here for me.
Well, you want a beer with a
Yeah,
burger.
I think most
you don't
people
really
want a beer.
red wine.
No.
This isn't a classy meal. You're going to get juice all over the place.
But it's a good meal.
But it's a good meal.
Yeah.
Especially if you get 5 patties.
Especially.
Then it's going to be really messy.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So building this spot out, what was the vision on building it out? I know that you said that there was limited tables at the other place. So what made you decide that you wanted booths all over the place and a big, extremely long bar? This is a huge bar.
It is a huge bar, and this bar is great for when we have a wait. This is a waiting bar,
Sure.
if you will. I wouldn't say that this bar is for people to be hanging out at all the time, and people do certainly, but it's more for people who wait to sit. And we do have a long wait list on Fridays and Saturdays, so we're really fortunate to have this space rather than tell people to beat it and sit outside in the cold. So we can welcome them at our bar, which is I guess the idea. Also, when we were in the small place, I don't know if you may not have walked through the atrium, but there's shops in there which are great, but we would have to sit our guests in the hallway, and that's where they would eat because we were so busy, and it was really kind of wild. So we just wanted to make the space comfortable and clean and really bright, which today is proving to be one of those days. So yeah, but yeah, we just wanted space to put people. We
Sure.
were having a lot of trouble being able to accommodate people, even in our kitchen. Our kitchen was smaller than behind the bar here. I mean, it was tiny.
Really?
Yes.
So how has your employee base grown since then?
So we probably went from 5 servers from the small guy to 12, 13, 14.
Wow.
Yeah. And we have, many hosts. We only had 1 host at the time. Now we have 5. And bartenders, we used to just go with 1 bartender, given that was only sat 5, but on a Friday and Saturday, we have to have 2 who, haul it. And then we also have festivals. I think Buffalo, that's another thing that struck me when I moved here was you guys really like to celebrate the food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah. So we have festivals here. We have Music Festival, Burger Fest, and then just some other little festivals. So we really fill the space, and it's really exciting. So we just wanted space to fill everybody.
And where did you source all this stuff? Like, who made the bar? Who makes your? I mean, that's beautiful. It's literally. I hope the camera picks it up, but it's a circle naturally, and it's essentially sheet metal that gets. I assume
And
was
it
on a
gets
plasma
backlit.
table, and it's got a backlight.
Yeah.
So where's all this stuff from?
So we did everything pretty locally, because that's really one of our focuses as well. So just a local graphic design guy, company I should say, did the graphics on that, and the burgers behind me, and the lighting. A lot of it, is like I said, is kind of morphed into what it is now. So, but the bar, I can't recall who did that, but it was definitely somebody local who did the bar. I think the idea behind the bar was to look like a bowling alley. So not a bar at the bowling alley, but like a
I can see
bowling
that,
alley
yeah.
where you would bowl on. So, yeah. But yeah, we tried to keep everything local, and it was nice to do that and see the same people every day rather than a rotation of Joes coming in and out.
Absolutely. And for the previous space to this space currently, was the color scheme of the business the same throughout, or is this totally new, like a rebrand essentially?
So
for the new
we
location?
rebranded the logo. I have to cough.
You're fine.
We rebranded the logo when we changed locations. Again, a local person redid that for us. And then, I still think that we're still trying to find ourselves as far as branding. I know that there's, people that build on that, and we didn't go that route. We kind of self-did it. So there's always ways that we're always changing and everything like that. I'm sorry, I totally forgot what question you asked me, though. I'm going off on a tangent.
No, you're fine. If it was the same color scheme at the old location, or if it's...
Yeah, we were tan before, now we're gray.
Perfect.
Because this is a very sleek, welcoming feel, but it's also really modern.
Yeah.
And you're not wasting space. Where you're
No,
like,
and
we'll
it's-
just throw something up for the hell of it. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's pretty timeless, too. I mean, we can throw maybe, sheet metal on the ceiling if we wanted to. Not that we would, but it would go with
everything else. Yeah. It's nice. And obviously, having the floors the way you have it, in case there's any issues, it's all laminate, so it's super low maintenance. Was that a thought process going in?
Well, that's interesting because we had rug.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
How was that?
Awful. I have pictures of us pulling up the last tile of the rug, and it was terrible. It was bad. We had a rug up until about 18 months ago.
What was the rug like? Was it like an indoor-outdoor rug, or was it
It would
shag?
be exactly the way you expected it. It was gross. I mean, it was, I guess, low pile rug.
Okay, yeah.
Where you could take one of those push vacuum things that don't make noise.
Oh, yeah.
Ones that you don't plug in. And they would,
That literally just pick chunks up and don't clean anything.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So,
It sounds super
so
hygienic.
we ripped that up, and we, the owner's sister-in-law chose the floors, and she had a company from Home Depot lay them.
good old Home Depot.
Yeah, we like it now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
rugs
It's
were-
so much easier.
So much easier. Yeah, it was a mess. I mean, ketchup and rug do not go together.
No, goodness. No. That's great. So where did you source like your bartenders and things like that? Because you don't have a run-of-the-mill liquor shelf. So you actually
not.
have actual products that can generate incredible cocktails. Some is local, some is not. But where do you find your bartenders and people?
I have been really lucky where people just fall in my lap. I mean, our bartenders here, we have a team of 4, and then we have rotating like servers that will come in and bartend. But like the brains behind the bar they literally just fell in my lap, and they just like will develop drinks seasonally mostly.
Okay.
And then they come at me with it, and I don't really say no much because,
why not?
Why not?
Right.
Yeah. And I think people come in, we make pretty drinks. And Kevin was my boss brought up the boozy milkshakes a couple of months ago, but Kevin would make this adult Shamrock Shake all the time during,
Absolutely.
and the servers would curse him. Like, they would be like, Kevin, Shamrock Shake time. No. But now we're doing like a ton of boozy milkshakes, so he was really the brain.
The front runner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's always interesting because all the employees that work together are like, I don't want to take the same order. I'm kind of sick of it. And then when they see the financial gain and like the bottom line amount, 9 times out of 10, the owners are like, deal with it because we're crushing it right now.
Yeah.
So we'll buy all the ingredients. Like, don't worry about it. Just make the people happy. And it's just always a fun dynamic when you witness both sides of it in your position because you're kind of, personally, I feel like almost in the perfect spot where you're not so high in management per se, where you're totally disengaged and but you have authority, but you're also on the ground and you're still crushing it with like the boys.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's what I do at night. I work in the kitchen with the Night Expo and bag stuff and pull stuff and make sure everything's cool. And I love working in the kitchen. The kitchen's great.
It's just, how does your husband feel about this entire transition, watching you professionally? Is he just like, what?
Well,
you literally used to shop, and then all of a sudden you fell into this new thing, and now you're at the corner every day.
It's taken a really long time. Yes, but I used to shop a lot, and I still do. I'd like to shop. But yeah, no, we've since had kids. I have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old now, and honestly, we've been really fortunate. We kind of high-five it. That's what we call it. Like when we work, he goes to work in the mornings and until like 3, and then when he comes home, we like, all right.
Oh, okay.
And so, he's only eaten here like once or twice.
He's not supporting you?
No, he's supporting us, but he's busy with the kids.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah. So and I make them dinner, so no one needs to eat burgers every day.
Right.
And he shouldn't. So, but yeah. So he's pretty proud of me, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I hope so.
We were talking about this last night, and I was like, well, I don't have to worry about what I'm wearing, but I wasn't worried.
We tried. I was like, remember, it's going to be on video. It's always, you're not the only one. Trust me. There's other people that are like, I just totally forgot. I'm like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm wearing my Bills.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Big game.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, big game.
So, do you have options for like gluten-free people or vegan? Can you explain?
Sure, absolutely. Good question. So we have gluten-free buns. And they come with no charge. We're not gonna, charge somebody because they have an allergy, because that's just mean. And then
honestly, that is a good point.
Yeah.
Most times it's like a 75-cent upcharge. It's like, for what? Like, it's not my fault.
Because I have celiac.
And like, are you really making money charging people 75 cents for a bun? You're not. So what's the point?
Yeah,
Whatever.
no, I can't. We actually, in the beginning, I think we did charge, and then I think once things changed, the chef now, Tom Casey, which if he peeks out, I'm going to pull him over here. I've been threatening him.
He's staying back there. He's not peeking his head out.
No. But I think we just talked about it, and we were like, this is ridiculous. You can't like penalize somebody for having an allergy.
True.
So, but on the vegan side, we do have 2 options. Well, actually 3. We have a vegan poutine, which is bomb, and I'm not even, I'll eat all the red meat all day, but it comes with
Me too. Hell yeah.
it comes with tofu and then smoked onion gravy, and it's over fries. And then we have a vegan falafel, which is chickpea burger. It's really, really good. And then our house black bean, which is one of my favorites. A lot of times I'll switch out a regular burger and put in the black bean. My favorite's the smokeout sub black bean.
Wow.
Interesting. We'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I love black bean burgers.
Yeah.
They're very underestimated.
They really are. And we make ours like from the can. Like ours aren't like pre-pattied out or anything like that.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Does somebody think we're open?
Somebody may think that they can sit there. Oh, no. It's too early. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It happened. Trust me. It's not the first time.
They're just out there looking around.
Yeah, it's actually interesting because I don't think you caught it, but during another interview. It was dark out, but they saw the lights, and then people literally just like stared through the window.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
People are always
relax.
at our
Like,
window
we're-
like this.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, it's like you open at 11 and at 10:45 there's a senior citizens knocking at the door like, can I just sit down? It's wild.
Yeah.
Have you experimented at all with that Impossible Burger or the Impossible Meat or anything?
We've tried it at food shows. There's two different ones. I think there's the Impossible, and then there's the I can't think of the other one. The Impossible Burger was one of the most favorite. It's kind of freaky because it bleeds. Have you had it?
I have not.
Oh, it bleeds. So it like you can. It has like, I think it's beets, but it makes it look like
yeah.
it's red meat. It doesn't taste like red meat, but it.
There's people that say you can make it taste like it, but I still don't buy it. Ground beef has a very, very particular taste to
Sure,
it.
yeah.
And if it's bleeding because of beets, not a fan.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
Did you know that it bleeds?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like juices. They're trying. I think they tried to recreate the juices of a burger.
They're lying to people. That's what they're doing. They're lying to people.
But some people like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course. It just I
There's
don't
a
know.
place for it, but
Yeah.
not at a
Yeah.
Juicy Burger bar.
We just make our own black bean,
Yeah.
which really is one of the best. It has quinoa, vegetables.
I want to try that because Wegmans used to make a really good. Obviously, no free shout-outs are not a sponsor, but the.
I've done that a few times. Sorry.
No, you're fine. That's why I said Home Depot. For they don't even make them anymore, the way they used to.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if it's like a packaging thing or it's sourced differently, but they just don't have them like they did in 2015-16 because we used to get them all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then when we moved, they just don't have them. Like, it was really upsetting. So
Yeah.
if you could find a good one locally,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
And what are your typical sides that people get other than fries?
So we have sweet potato fries, which are very, very popular.
With honey?
No, we do a maple butter.
Better.
It's
Yeah,
got a
seriously.
She's like, get out of here with that honey stuff.
I know.
That's
We've
just
tried that
boring.
first.
Bush League.
We gotta make something. So we do a maple butter with, it's like maple syrup, and then it has a little chipotle in it.
Okay.
And yeah, it's good. And then we have onion rings, and those are served with the horseradish aioli, which has a little kick. And then poutine, which is really, really, really good. Cheese fries, chili cheese fries, salads, chopped salad, wedge salad. We have lots of sides. Lots of sides.
Gee, all right. Well, let's go.
Yeah, really. Well, what are we doing for lunch?
I know.
I know the kitchen doesn't open until another 15 minutes. Or else I'd have them bring out some chili cheese fries because they're crushable. Definitely.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. There's like secret menu things on the menu as well. So we have a mac and cheese, which I would say for a person that has kids isn't kid friendly, and it's just not macaroni. It's not Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Sure.
It's kid friendly, but it's not for every kid. But you put that in a bowl with chili and sour cream, and that's all you have to eat for a whole day. That's
Oh, I believe it.
it's so good.
So
I've only had it once
are you-
because that's all you need. It's good.
Are your portions
Still full.
generous?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's an
Okay.
8-ounce patty,
Well, right.
or if a pound if you want a double. Yeah, I would say that they're pretty generous. I mean, they fill a to-go box, if you will, or we in-house we serve on trays. Our baskets, our fries come in like little fry baskets.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay, bougie over here.
a little bougie. Yeah, I'm not bougie. I really don't think I am. Oh God. But yeah, so our fries come in little baskets, and yeah, they fill the plate. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's his biggest hurdle. He's trying to find a place that'll actually satisfy him
Yeah.
with his
Oh, yeah.
portions because he can just
Well, I
eat.
hear you. I mean, if you're going to go out and pay the money, you want to be satisfied
Absolutely.
with
Right.
what you're buying as far as food goes. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I just noticed we're drinking water, and you have paper straws.
We do.
Right. So is this what?
Is that bougie?
No, no,
No.
it's great.
Okay.
So, when did that transition happen, and are you taking that approach to other parts within the business too?
So we don't use. So yes. So our straws happened about 2 years ago. Maybe
Yeah, when
3
East
years
Aurora
ago.
made the whole switch.
I think so. Maybe. I think we were like doing it while they were or something like that, and it was hard at the time to find them. They were not easy to find, and then we'd have to test them, and we tested like pasta straws and
The Italians
Bamboo.
were doing that. We're like, what are you doing? It's gonna get
Bamboo
all
straws.
like weird.
And the bamboo straws were hard because you would get splinters in your like lips.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah, they were terrible. But we tried everything. We gave everything a shot, and we came up with these, and they're good. I wouldn't say all the kids like them, the young kids, because they chew and bite on them, and
But they seem to be holding their shape pretty well.
yeah, I think so. We tested. Honestly, we sometimes get a little scientific here, and one of the things that we did was we would leave them overnight and see how they survived. And some didn't, and these survived okay. I mean, they're not going to survive overnight,
Right.
but they're decent. And then our to-go boxes are also recycled as well.
Okay.
I mean, we do try to stay on that way of
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, as much as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
If it doesn't really cost anything and it's going to help something, then
Yeah.
it's an easy decision to make.
For sure, for sure.
So, one of the biggest things in Hamburg is Burger Fest.
Yes.
And you being a burger bar, how do these two tie in, or what's the environment like during Burger Fest? Wolf.
Burger Fest is fun. I think Burger Fest is interesting because it brings people that aren't from Hamburg into Hamburg. And the expectation, I think that it's changed a lot over the years, like where it used to be about the burger in the lot. And now it got a little,
It's a bar crawl that you can eat at.
it sure is.
That's basically what it is now.
Yes.
She's like, yeah, it is.
But that's like later though. Like during the day though, like I've noticed like Applebee's, I'm sorry, name drop, but like bigger restaurants that
Yeah,
are
the
not
chains.
locally owned chains, thank you, are in the lot, which is not.
Really?
Yeah.
Kick them out. Just be like, we don't need you here. No one's here for a hashtag not a sponsor Applebee's burger. You know what I mean? Like what? Why? What's the?
Yeah,
Anyways,
I don't know either. But yeah, but you're right. At the end of the day, at like 6 o'clock, it becomes a bar crawl.
Yeah.
Where you can eat. And we always have live music here because we also do that. And we like to put them out on our patio.
Absolutely.
And we fill that sucker up.
that's right. You guys just start jamming.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's that the music festival, which is in May typically, sometimes early June. And I mean, the last music festival was outrageous.
Because-
I didn't get home until 5:30.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
plus two because you guys are now, because you're on the corner, getting the overflow from the Poorhouse, which is
Right.
like the staple bar for everybody from Eden, Boston area.
Yeah.
And they just want to hang out in the village of Hamburg. They always go there. And even JP's.
Yeah.
So,
Both are great. Yeah.
yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
literally in a perfect position year round
Yeah.
to enjoy all the things.
Yeah. I mean, we were like 9, 10 deep on music festival last year, so it was great. It was
Wow.
fun. Yeah, I was going. It was a lot. It was a lot. The planning for that stuff has gotten a little. I mean, we plan months in advance.
Right.
How much Labatt? Because Labatt, I know it's a big guy, but they support a lot of what we do. We have friends that work there, and they do an amazing job, and they sponsor us during those big events.
They're big, but they feel local.
They are, yeah,
Which-
they are. They're great.
For the listeners that are outside of New York, Labatt is a Canadian company, except Buffalo is naturally, of course, close to Canada geography. But we drank so much Labatt that they moved their headquarters to Buffalo and introduced thousands of jobs into the city. And because of that, they're now sponsoring everything from the Bills, the Sabres, to every small
you see-
festival, to every large festival and event that's happening in and around Buffalo. So to have their support with you
Yeah.
guys, it's just, you can't beat that.
We've got great friends there, yeah, that I've known for many, many years. So we're really excited and fortunate for that.
So outside of those festivals, do you have live music
Yes.
normally? Okay.
So normally we have live music on Sundays. And we have this like a house band. It's Half a Herd, and they come and they play, and they're terrific. I've known them for many years, dating back to Buffalo Street Grill as well. And we used to have them come play every Sunday, and things would get crazy. But that was before kids.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's fine.
It's good times.
But now they're also reaching the age where you can just let them go to bed on their own.
Oh, yeah,
And then you
sure.
can just go right back to
No.
years ago and start rage.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
That's not. I get hungover now.
You're like, I got to work in the morning.
Yeah, 2 glasses of wine give me a hangover now. Where that wasn't the case before.
So what's next for the company? for like the overall or Juicy? We'll start with Juicy, and then next like the company, if there's any direction from there.
Well, I think what's next is, we're going to continue on the road that we're on. We did introduce our Burgaloos outside, and just to keep pushing outside dining as well as inside dining during the buffalo season, because who doesn't like to sit in an igloo
Right.
and eat burgers? We may go up as far as roof-wise goes if we're able to one day. Company-wise, I've just really enjoyed and watching the kids that we've had grow up and go into the directions that they've wanted to go to and everything like that. So, that's just been a joy.
You guys have literally built a family.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That's
Thanks.
also what you would want
I
too,
try.
as an employee.
Yeah, I think especially, because we have kids that are in their early 20s. I think some of them came in while they were in college, and they're now just finding their footing and stuff like that. It's just been so amazing to watch. And, sometimes we will come after service and sit at the bar and eat dinner and drink wine and stuff like that and just talk. And it is nice. I'm really, really, really blessed for that. That's basically why I work. But,
You can't beat that.
no.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is this a 2-story building?
It is two-story.
Yeah.
Okay. So and you said upstairs is offices right now, so you have the
know.
ability to expand. You said
We do. We have roof access,
Cool.
like a stairway.
Sweet.
That's amazing.
So it wouldn't be that much of a build out. So yeah,
Yeah.
That's
we've
exciting.
talked about it. Yeah, it's really exciting. It's really cool up there too. Maybe one day we'll be talking up there instead of
There you
here.
go. So
But-
Fine by
do you
us.
do any like Bills specials or sports?
Sure, like I said,
packages at
so
all?
Labatt sponsors us. They give us buckets, so we do buckets and we do wings, and we'll do specials as far as appetizers, just to bring people to the bar. We've done we do burger specials weekly. We try to do weekly burger specials, and we get creative with it and just want people to come in here and go Bills.
And what are your hours?
Okay, our hours are Monday through Saturday, 11. I'm sorry, Monday through Thursday, 11 to 8. And then Friday and Saturday, we're open until 10. And then Sunday, we're open from 3 to 8.
Okay.
Good deal.
Yeah, and it's been fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
And your social media handle? You're
Uh,
on social media.
Yes, we are. That's me too. I do that. It's
Jeez.
Juicy Burger Bar, and we're on Instagram, Facebook, and I'm getting on Twitter. I'm trying.
Ooh, you are.
I'm gonna try. He's trying. I don't know. I'm yeah.
We tried to do Twitter for a little bit, and we just kind of stopped.
I'm like kind of late to the game. I really like it a lot now, but I have to just ease myself into it. But yeah, I do
Absolutely.
the Instagram and Facebook pages and pictures and all that stuff too.
Cool.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's
Well,
like
that's
my
awesome.
jam. I really like that
Yeah.
part of my job too.
Well, you say that you like to frame your photos of the circle.
Yeah, I like the backdrop of the circles for the burgers, or we'll get a special beer. We try to keep our beers local as well. So we put the cans of beer in the circle and have the traffic go around, especially if it's a nice sunset or the clouds are great. So yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, it's good. It's a good spot.
Cool.
It's definitely a good
Well,
spot.
thank you so much for your
Oh,
time.
thank
Is there
you.
anything else that you'd like to add?
No, thank you so much for coming in and
Absolutely.
getting to meet me.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Juicy and featuring us. It's been a real joy.
Yeah, come check them out. They got generous portion sizes, and you're walking into a family here, so it's a good time.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.